You either die the host that runs away, or you live long enough to see yourself become the invader. Ahoy lads, Sam here, coming in with the third episode on this series, and I'm going to focus on what you should do during your first invasions. Right away, when you spawn in, you should look at where you spawned. Uh, you're often going to spawn ahead of the host and phantoms, depending on how fast they are moving through the level. You should be looking for the host and phantoms both physically and if you can see their health bar or hear any noises. You should look at the level enemies to see if they're disturbed or if they are killed or attacked in some manner. And then once you find the enemies, awareness continues there. You should keep track of your opponents. If you have multiple opponents, which it's likely if you're getting invasions, there's an invasion priority system and timer. I won't get into all that right now. But one of the very key basic things you're going to need to do is to unlock at times. Not just switching targets while locked on, but actually unlocking and getting a good grip of what's happening. You need to pay attention to your health and stamina as well. And with all that, you need to not panic. You, focus on the fights. Uh, if you see a phantom or the host that is weak or doing things that make them appear to not be as skilled, you can target them. When a blue enters the world, that's something to pay attention to as well. You'll notice that pretty easily. You'll see the red glowy thing spin around and you'll see a blue spirit spawn after that. Blues give you 2 Estus when you dispatch them. So sometimes focusing on them can be worthwhile too. Sometimes they can be a gas station, I like to call them. Some things to do though in the fight, be patient, don't panic, really important at that, and stay aware. And I know I've already said that, but those are really, really important. And when you're first getting into invasions, just like I said in a previous episode, be prepared to lose. You will lose. You will not win them all. In this particular scenario, I'm invading at soul level 60, plus 6 weapons, so a mid-game invasion is going to behave a lot differently than early game or meta level. That may not be everybody's first choice. When I first started invading, it was around this level, and I think that was a really good starting point for me. The Aldrich Faithful Covenant is a really good way to get into PvP, especially in the mid-level, because if you die, you're not really risking anything. You don't lose your souls, you just respawn back into your world. There are some different phases to the invasion. There's the initial phase where you're getting in, trying to, get your feet wet, get an understanding for what's happening. And the host and phantoms are probably the same way, unless they're running a gank. They they may be more aggressive or more passive at the beginning. Then there's the intimidation phase, where people are going to start throwing things at each other to get people to act out of order or get a better feeling for what's going on, or to just give themselves some distance, some time to assess the situation. Then there's the finisher phase of the invasion, where you've probably killed the other phantoms or some of them, and the host is running, or you yourself are out of Estus and gonna die. So things start to get more desperate. Uh, Either you start making mistakes because you're panicking and you keep making the same mistake over and over, or vice versa with the host, or ideally, if you're not doing so well, you start to play better because they think that they're going to finish you off, but then you hit them with a counterattack or a surprise move or something. You don't just simply run away. If they get used to you doing that, or they get used to you doing any sort of behavior, changing it up on the brink of your defeat may just turn the whole fight around for you. But you have to work in the reverse psychology for that too. If you are finishing off a host or a phantom, you don't want to get tunnel visioned and always think they're going to do the same thing or always think that they're going to panic. You have to be ready for them to do something else. You'll often see hosts of embers who are so very eager to fight you until their phantoms die, and then all they want to do is resummon their phantoms or run away or whatnot. And it's really just because they don't want to lose. It's the same reason why people might quit out of the game. Let's back up a little bit and really pay attention to this invasion here. So I spawn in awareness, looking for the host. I'm looking, I don't see him, I don't see dead enemies. So I'm going to, because I know this level really well, hop over here, throw on the cat ring really quick so I can jump down and look at the previous area since that wasn't accessible to me where I just was. And if the host wasn't there, I'd start backtracking towards the bonfire. But when I turn the corner over here, I do take a peek as I'm running to pass towards the bonfire. When I'm running here, I do see the gold phantom and I see the host of embers. Now my focus right now is on the gold phantom here. Then I see the host come in, so I know this is going to be a gank fight, which is going to be most of my invasions anyway. That's what I should expect. The Gold Phantom kind of starts playing nice. I didn't really think about it at the time. Maybe he was trying to just let me 1v1 the host, but then he comes in here and charge attacks me. I'm trying to keep both of them on my screen. And here I roll and forgot that that firebomb can blow up those barrels, so I try to take advantage of that for myself there. And see that host snuck up behind me and managed to get a couple hits in on me. But they are unwilling to pursue me out there, probably because I hadn't killed the dragon yet, so they would get hit by the fire. So here's kind of that intimidation phase. I'm kind of throwing stuff at them, trying to get them to disorganize or whatnot, get a feel for what their aggression levels are like. Here, I'm trying to get behind the host to get a backstab. That's not really what I'm focusing on in this video, but there I managed both of them until I managed to take out the Gold Phantom. Hopefully that's some good tips for your guys' first invasions. Let me know if there's something I missed or what I should cover in the next video. If you need tips just getting started in PvP or how to make a build, I already did a couple videos on those. Those would be episodes 1 and 2. I encourage you to check those out. Thank you.